To be glad it's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock on the dot.
What's going on, good people? Good
We
to be
not
back
in the
with you.
shop because we going live.
I guess.
Y'all like that? I was about to say something real smart before this live came on. You lucky.
Duh, you lucky. Bill, what's happening, buddy?
Oh man, good evening, good people. How are you guys doing? We pray that you guys had a blessed week. It was a blessed week. Well, yeah. Oh, that week was this crazy. Is this the same week?
What are you talking about?
My car got stolen Monday.
I don't know.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. All right, yeah, okay. It's been a crazy week, but we are here. Yeah. And that's all that matters. Let me get this little ticker up here so I can start getting to y'all comments. Steve Thompson said first. Steve,
I think Bill was first.
I think Bill beat you, yeah. Steve, but look, you always be first on a lot of videos. I'm telling you that right now. We got Luis Ram 956 comments. Hey, we're barely gonna see a video of y'all. Oh, we here.
Yeah, we've been trying to put out some content.
It's Dowdy. Hello, family. Hey, Auntie.
Hey, what's happening? Good to see you.
Hope you're doing well.
Stay away from them 2.0 turbos, them Audis.
In the market for a new whip. Mm-hmm. Cody, there go Cody. He says, I'm here, fam.
Cody, what's happening?
Good to see everybody here tonight. Let's see. Bill Gates, he says, hi, I'm trying to tear apart my charger door to fix the sagging upholstery, but the top clips won't give way. Any advice before I break something? Thanks, sir.
I always like to use those little clip spreaders. They go in flat and you just squeeze it and they pop the clips. That always worked pretty good for me. I like that tool.
What's sagging upholstery? He mean like the
door panels and stuff, I'm assuming.
Oh, I need my
Bill Gates know how to do it all.
Okay, Bill. I need my what do you call it? Dang, my mind.
Headliner
done. Yes. I'm gonna fix my Jetta up, you guys. Since people want to hate on my TDI. Okay.
If I get another car.
I'm telling you now. People want to hate on my TDI, okay? But it's a good car. I'm just clicking stuff. Barber's Auto Help says, huge fan. Keep going.
Man, appreciate it.
Let me see what you got on your channel.
Barber's Auto Help.
I need to see that. Thinker outside the box. Hey, my friends.
Hey, what's happening, fam?
I have a question. My supercharged 6.1 SRT8. I knew that you drove something good. Says, I will ask on the super chat and put a couple bucks in y'all in the till. We appreciate you always. Thank you so much. Listen, y'all. We trying to get this building, okay?
Yeah, we fighting hard.
Yes. As of today, we ain't spending nothing. If I ask you for something, say no.
No.
Is that no to what I just said or no for the future? No
for the future. No.
Tommy C says, hey, Mr. and Mrs. I caught Genesis lying about doing recall work. Ooh. They don't like to do their own stuff. Say they marked all my bolts like they did the job, but I seen the same part. Wow. I told them I'd be requesting data pics and they called me ASAP. Exactly. Yeah.
Doggone crooks.
See, one good thing you guys can do when you taking your car to get it changed or oil change or any part, if you can, mark the part. Mark the part somewhere with a little piece of whiteout or something. That way, if you get it back and that whiteout's still there, somebody's lying to you. You see what I'm saying? Good catch on your part, Tommy. Good catch. S. Dottie says, I thought about the V6 Q5. Is that okay?
I don't see too many problems at the V6. It's always the 2.0 turbos for the Mercedes and the Audis. Audis last a lot longer than the Mercedes variant, but you will run into issues.
Okay. Is this a pay to play? Q5 as in Infinity?
No. Audi.
You like them Audis, don't you?
Oh, they beautiful. Come on, join the VW club.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm pushing for you to get the Honda CR-V.
Boring.
Reliable. You want to be fancy? You want to be reliable?
She want to go. She want to hit the gas and go. She don't want to hit the gas and be like, what's going on here? Am I moving?
Hey, those CRVs are nice though. They got the little backup cameras in there now.
Right.
It's fancy.
For a teenager.
Bernard Mikorongo. I hope I said that right. It says, hello there, watching from Atlanta. That's right. How about them Falcons today? Beat up on those Dallas Cowboys. Falcons cooking with hot grease this year.
That's good to hear.
Don't be a hater now. Don't be a hater now.
That's good to hear.
Anywho, he says, I have an 09 Ram 5.7. I need the doctor's checkup. Come on down.
Yep. Give me a call.
Do you know where we're located? You can Google Alistair Car Doctor because that's the name of the shop, and all of our information will pop up too. Let's see what we got here. Glenn Benton says, hey,
what's happening?
Hey, Mr. Doctor, I have a VTC problem. Once I replace it, will it be solved or come back? It's a 2013 Accord with a 4-cylinder. Although it seems the problem stems from the oil being drained from the VTC gear.
You may have deeper issues. The VTEC system can be a little tricky. I would have to see something like that for myself. I don't get too many Hondas through the shop that give you something that I see often off the top of my head. So I don't have no idea at this point of time. I would hate for you to have to throw parts at it and waste money as well. That's always a bad thing to do. Just throw parts at your vehicle and waste money. Don't fix the issue. Yeah, something like that would have to be diagnosed. Get to the root cause of the issue, I think.
Because if he said once he replaces it might come back, I mean, he can replace it. And if it come back, you for sure got deeper issues.
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend replacing it?
I have to see it and see what codes it's throwing, see what it's doing. See the car for myself.
Sean, nice name.
Yes.
Says, hello. Do OEM really matter on 03 to 07 Honda Accord and 2004 to 2008 Acura TL for cabin vibration?
The thing about OE parts versus aftermarket parts, it matters and it don't matter. Meaning, let's take a Pentastar, for example. OE matters when it comes to the thermostat, but you don't want to go OE when it comes to the oil cooler because they're going to give you the same plastic stuff that gives out, and you don't want to be there again. You want to go with the aluminum version. When it comes to whether you should choose OE versus aftermarket, you would need to sit down and do your research and go on different forums and see what other people have, their success stories versus horror stories dealing with the parts. Normally, you can't go wrong with OE parts. If that just takes the guesswork out of stuff. So if you're not the one that don't want to be like, I don't feel like doing research, I just want the part replaced and be done with it, then go OE. But if you want to try to get something better, most of the time the aftermarket is going to have your back. That's my opinion on it.
Okay, my 2 cents when it comes to Honda, hard parts aftermarket is fine. Sensors, they're finicky about sensors, so definitely go OE when you're dealing with any kind of sensor with Honda. In experience in times past, because I used to write service for the shop, so I think you left that part out.
Yes,
but hard parts and stuff, you should be okay. Yeah. Hope that helps.
And sometimes you have fitment issues dealing with hard parts, but you have to do your research.
For sure. Kendrick Washington says, hello, I'm looking at a 2021 through 2023 Nissan Titan Pro 4X. Do you think they are a good truck or a possible problem with them?
Pretty good trucks, I may add. The one that's kind of problematic that I've seen is the diesel variant, which they don't make the diesel in that year, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. The Cummins designed an engine specifically for that truck, and it's like a one-off Cummins V8, very weird engine. Cummins are normally known for their inline sixes, not making V8 engines, and that engine, I've seen that engine quite a few times through my shop, and just give little weird issues. Nissan don't carry parts for it, and it's just a pain in the butt if you ask me. But dealing with the regular 5.6 V8 dual overhead cam is a pretty stout truck. I wanted at one point, and I still do, I wanted the Nissan NV passenger van with that drivetrain in it, like around the 1920-ish, because I think 21 or 20 was the last year of the Nissan passenger van, the big boy. So from my research, yeah, I would say that's a really good stout truck, and it'll treat you good.
You can
Just make sure you do that fuel induction service every 30,000 miles because it is direct injected.
You can sell the SX Express and get the NV.
I like the SX Express.
Can't have both of them.
It's unique.
Can't have both of them.
And it's probably faster too. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
You the man.
It says 06 Chrysler 300 SRT 8 with a Magnuson supercharger.
And
it's tuned.
Nice.
40,000 miles. Impressive. Check engine light came on with the P2098 code.
Uh-oh. Look at my phone.
I ain't messing up my camera, man. What's wrong with you, man? Yeah. Anyway, I have a good scan tool that can do live data. What's the best troubleshooting technique? P2098. Let us look that code up for you, Thinker. Let's see what it's talking about. ECM cannot control the fuel.
Okay, that particular code is going to be in the tuning. Maybe whoever tuned the vehicle forgot to take that code, turn that code off, because if he went in, anytime you do supercharged forced inductions and tell the computer to do different things at different, you got more air coming in the engine pretty much. And the computer is like, whoa, wait a minute. I was never designed to do this. I can't control the fuel because I'm putting out 70 PSI and I'm only designed to put out 60 PSI of fuel, because when you add more air to the engine, which forced induction does, you need to add more fuel. And your tuner turned up the fuel some type of way. There's different ways to do this. I'm not going to get into that because that's not important. And now the car is freaking out. So this is a tuning issue. You need to go back to your tuner and have him turn that particular code off. The ECU no longer really is in control of the fuel, however way you manage to dump more fuel in your car, it's just different ways. I'm not going to get into it. So it's a tuning issue.
Okay. Tuning issue.
Mm-hmm.
Alex is currently learning tuning, Thinker, so maybe we can pump out some content.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot
on that.
I've been kind of cramming myself, but lately I've been taking a break, just let my brain cool down because I've been overheating. But I'm gonna jump back on it.
Sure have.
Yeah.
All right. So Barbara's Auto Help says it's an itty bitty channel. I look up to you guys, man.
Appreciate you.
First of all, thank you. Second of all, man, 69,000 subscribers. That ain't slow.
That is good.
You're doing good.
Shout out to you.
I'm looking at y'all gonna follow Barbara's Auto Help. He look like he got some good stuff going on over there. I would say to you, really define what your channel is about. Who's the channel for? Is it for other technicians? Is it for your average DIY person? Or is it for the masses? Once you really define what that is, I think, and that's what we've done over the last 2 years, and our channel has grown. We're not, and make no mistake about it, we enjoy when other techs watch our videos. That's fine. But we're really for the masses. We're really for the average consumer, and to educate them about these machines that they pay thousands of dollars for, how to maintain them. The vlog is for you to follow along and see what the other side of the auto repair curtain is, because most people see it from a consumer standpoint. So the purpose of the vlog is to show you guys what it's like to run it from the other side. So
an inside look, because this industry is so hush hush and on the down low, when they don't want anybody to know their little dirty secrets and how things run on the other side, which is my side of running a business. So, I'm all out in the open with it, and hopefully someone can learn and run their business better by looking at my mistakes. So this is why we do it the way we do it.
Yeah,
we all learning here at the end of the day, and we didn't go to no fancy school or wasn't born with a silver spoon.
You got some good stuff up on here.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Look at that. I'm finna subscribe right now. Wait a minute,
man, professional.
Well, yeah, wait, how did I do that? I'm getting.
Where you go?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see.
Up.
Here we go. Boom.
Try to get you to that 70.
Man, that's right. So I'll be watching you. Congratulations.
Yeah,
keep on going. YouTube can be very rewarding. Okay. All right. Let me grab this one. Glenn Benton says, what does happen when I change my oil? It loses oil pressure when the new unit be revised from Honda. He says, if that makes sense.
Let me see. Can I gather my thoughts? What happens when he changes oil?
But it loses oil pressure.
Which new unit we're talking
What did you change, Glenn? Did you change the oil pump? Let me see that. Says,
thank you.
Thank you. Listen, y'all got my auntie on here giving super chats. We appreciate you. He says, so this is what I have narrowed down to. Mercedes M350 SUV, Mercedes E350 sedan, the Audi Q5 V6, Mazda CX5. I know what Alex will say about that. I like the Mazda.
No, the Mazda is actually pretty good. You got some really good top choices here. You know that engine, the Mercedes engine, the V6, like the back of your hand. You just got out of one, so you know that's good. The Audi Q5 V6, I rarely see that one in my shop or get crazy calls about it. Now, all cars and all vehicles have problems, but I don't see too many issues out of neither of these lineups that you just put out. Now, I would if I was you, just get something different. You have an opportunity to start over. I would say Audi. It's just, I don't know, maybe because I'm biased towards VW. VW is the one of the most top brands out there, and they're one of the top brands. They own a lot of real estate in the car industry.
I vote Mazda CX5.
It's just
because it's an SUV. Like, I've never seen you in an SUV. 1, 2, you got too many nieces and nephews.
I think the Q5 is an SUV too.
Well, it's a sedan on here too. I vote SUV.
I vote
you got
Q5.
too many nieces and nephews to not have one at this time.
Good people. you YouTube family. What y'all vote?
Y'all help her decide what to get. Mine is the Mazda though. Back to you.
That's just some of that Audi, man. That sucker nice.
Who that? Glenn, did you say what?
Don't that look beautiful? Come on.
It's sexy now.
It ain't doing right.
Let me borrow it if you do get it. Glenn, did you say, I'm gonna go to the bottom? Did you say what unit you changed?
Yeah, I need to know what you changed because
I don't
better
see
help me answer your.
I don't want to gloss over you, but it'll help us better answer your question if we knew what unit.
Because it's a lot of things dealing with oil when it comes to units. Oil pump, oil filter housing, oil pan, pickup tube. It's a lot of units.
Rudolph Law 1 says hello.
Hey, what's happening, Rudolph?
Auntie said thank you. All right. Lucid Ethos says Kia, Hyundai, Genesis are great for leasing and for subprime leasers. Yeah, to get approval. I wouldn't buy one.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy one either. Their customer service is horrible. I think they're just overwhelmed with their mess ups. With on top of getting stolen to stuff catching on fire and just their weird issues that come along with having a Kia Hyundai.
Yeah, he or she is right about that. I think it's a he. He says subprime people who normally have bad credit or just don't have the funds. They're the Kia. Most of the time, it's the Kia Hyundai drivers. Like, certain groups of people drive certain cars. Everybody always yelling to get a Toyota, but
they can't get in it.
Everybody don't have Toyota money. You know what I mean?
And the next greatest thing, and what Kia does very, very good, is they're mimicking technology from Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
So you got this low end economy box that has technology in it that mimics a Cadillac. The new Kias, oh man, no doubt, they look very nice. I'm gonna hand them that. They have this big, nice digital display and all the bells and whistles, and you get in, you're like, man, this got to be a $70,000 car, right? No, it was $40,000. You gotta get what you pay for. So yeah, I give them that.
All right, cool. All right, Rodolfo Galicia Rodolfo Galicia says, I have a question, Mr. Alex. Have you ever misdiagnosed a car before? Of course.
Yes. Mistakes happen all the time. I always make it right with my customers. In this industry, mistakes will happen. There's no one perfect. If you follow my channel, like all my old stuff, I would tell you my mistakes. I'm still learning. Even though I may sound very smart and know what I'm talking about, but everybody in this world is still learning to the day they die. Mm-hmm. No one is going to know anything and everything about a particular specialty, whatever you specialize in. I don't care if it's about wood. I specialize in wood. I still don't think you can learn everything about wood because there's so much undiscovered stuff in this world. Just you think you may know it all, but at the end of the day, no, we're just human.
That's an honest and humble answer, but I will say it is far and few in between that he does misdiagnose something. Mm-hmm. And when he does, he absolutely make the correction, whether that's knocking off all of that labor or whatever it is. Any 1-star review that you see he have, it's because that person didn't get their way. I promise you that.
It's not for misdiagnosing.
Yeah, it's never for mistakes, because we make them, but we don't get 1-star reviews for them because we always correct them. Mm-hmm. And if a 1-star review appears, it's because that person flat out just want us to do something ridiculous.
The recent, I don't know if he wrote a 1-star review, but
not yet. But
he was being ridiculous by not bringing the car back so I can check on it. This particular gentleman just wanted a refund, but didn't want to bring the vehicle back for me to determine if it's my fault or not. He just, other shops said this, and I want a refund.
We ain't taking their word for it. And we ain't seen the car in 2 months. I said, bring the car back. We'll look at it. Yeah. We'll give you a refund if that's the case, but not sight unseen.
I either fix it myself, because I think one of my other guys fixed it, and I will either personally fix it for you or give you your money back, whatever you feel comfortable with. But I have to see it for myself.
Well, anyway, he don't want to do that, so
that was weird.
I don't know. We may be going to court, whatever. We ready for whatever, whenever, however. Okay. Good question though, Rodolfo. Yes. Zib 19 Malibu 1.5.
Ooh, she's running lean.
P1011 P0171 lean code. STF is 35%. Claim the TB and the map.
Trims.
I have to say yes. Please explain these acronyms. Short-term fuel trims is 35%. Clean the TB
and the mass airflow sensor. That's a good start.
Where should I try next?
Let me see that. I know 171, but I'm just making sure I got the code.
P1011.
Yeah, I'm making sure I got it right.
P1011.
Chevy, boom. All right, let's see. Airflow. Let me see. We'll adjust the throttle body to
airflow something DTC.
No, let's see. Already replace mass airflow sensor. Let's see.
I wonder, is it a circuit code?
No, it's not. That's not a circuit code. It does. Well, I'm not getting. Okay, let's try this.
You said it got a Malibu 2019.
Oh, airflow volume. All right, intake airflow. And what's the other one?
P0171 lean code.
Oh, okay, that's just the lean code. All right, too lean, too much air, not enough fuel. Let me see. I will run a smoke check. You potentially may have a hole in your intercooler. That will happen. Seals will wear out. And if you do have a hole in your intercooler, it'll be sucking in unmetered air. What I would do if I was you, if you're a DIY person, I will go to TikTok shop and buy one of those cheap smoke machines because you're not going to be using it.
What TikTok shop? Amazon got
Oh
cheap smoke machine.
but
It's got to buy Amazon.
yeah, I did forget about it. Temu. That'll take forever to come down.
Right.
Yeah, run a smoke test through it. You could potentially have a something going on with the crankcase vent system. One of the one-way valves may be broken or destroyed, but I think it's vacuum related because that is very high, 35%. It is, yeah, it's adding 35% fuel. That's a lot, and the fuel trim's supposed to be somewhere around 50. So yeah, I will start there, buddy.
Hopefully that helps you.
Mm-hmm.
Casey Emmanuel 12 Savage back in here on another live.
Thank
you for the super
chat.
Appreciate that. He's got the 04 lack. I like the way that you write that every time. And for those who not hip, it's Cadillac. Okay, people. What can cause coolant to bubble out the overflow hose after leaving the car to sit after running it? I changed the thermostat. Week later, same problem.
You could have a fan issue. If the car is sitting there running and the temperature raise up, the pressure will increase in the cooling system. And it'll get to a point where it exceeds the cap pressure, which is designed to run out the overflow if the cap pressure is exceeded. Normally it's around 16 to 18. When that happens, it will just boil out. So it won't destroy your radiator or bust a hose. It just relieves the pressure. Normally, if it's just sitting and not doing it while it's driving, you're having a airflow issue. Your fan, I would start looking into your fan. It is a 04. I can't remember if they switched to electric fans in 04 or if that was 05, but you may have a big clutch fan or you may have electric fans. Either way, those fans supposed to be pulling air through the radiator to keep it cool when you're at a standstill. That's the only time your fans come into play. So you definitely need to check the fans. You want to also make sure there's no obstructions in your grill, or you make sure, this is my first time seeing this, and it can happen. Apparently, it's not bugs to galore or plastic bags, foreign material that got caught up in your grill. Make sure you didn't add no obstructions like a bra. I think that's past. That no people don't do that no more. They used to put little bra things in the front of their car. Yeah, they don't do that no more. Yeah, hopefully that helps. So check airflow.
All right. Shadow Frost 44 says, "Hi Alex, keep up the great work."
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Kevin Thomas says, "Just recently started watching you. Have a question. Did you go to automotive school or just learn on your own?"
A mixture of both. I did go to automotive school, but I didn't really learn anything until I got out here on my own. I did learn how to rebuild manual transmissions. That school was so unorganized at the time. I wasn't supposed to be in all those classes that I was in. But by the time they caught on, it was too late. I already did like six automotive courses, and I only supposed to been in there for like suspension and steering
just
or brakes. Just brakes or something.
In his senior year in high school, they put him at Atlanta Tech for a brake certificate. Like he said, they so unorganized. He got to take the other class.
I got to take electrical, engine, cylinder head rebuild or something. Manual transmission class, and something else.
When they found out, they was like, "Oh, you got to start over and do math, art, and sociology." Alice was like, "Peace." So it wasn't really until he was a mobile mechanic that he really
mobile mechanic really taught me a lot because, you know, the type of person I am, I love to help and I want people to win in life. And the only way that's going to happen in the automotive industry is I'll get their car fixed and get them on the road so they can go to work so they can feed their families. So I'll be out there researching, studying on the spot just so I can figure a particular problem out. And you know, you learn best if you don't have someone. Well, sometimes it just depends. I think I learn best if I'm just thrown into something and have to figure it out with no help.
Yeah.
But most people need a hand. You know, it's just
everybody learn differently. Yeah. Because you got people that finish school and have ASEs and they're book smart, but when it come turn them wrenching, they don't have a clue.
Yep, true that.
So it just depends on the person, really. All right. Judith Robles says, "Hello, Doc. Watching from Arizona.
Arizona.
Been keeping up with every new upload.
Oh, thank you.
And catch a live. Much love to both of
Man,
y'all.
love you too.
I've been trying to get on the good foot.
Yeah. We're trying to get back on it.
Keeping the uploads coming.
Like, you know, like my wife mentioned, a lot been happening this week, but you know, we just keep pushing forward. And
I'm praying, you know what? I'm praying for a better Monday because the last 4 Mondays, I promise you, I woke up to some BS.
Yeah.
This Monday, woke up, car gone. God. It's funny now, but it was not funny at the time.
My wife called me talking about, so,
babe,
you seen the car? I'm like,
have you seen my car?
What are you talking about? The car goes. I pull up the camera. I'm like, oh man. She's like, was he here this morning? I was like, I had to really think. I was like, yeah, because if it wasn't there, it would have alerted me, but I wasn't alerted, so it had to have been there. And I thought back, I'm like, man, it sure was there.
I went outside to get something out the car. I was looking around like, nah, wait a minute.
That's a terrible feeling.
I must be still asleep because where's my car? Oh, I have a designated parking spot. My car just gone. And I just was like, all right.
Kids, I tell you.
Guess I'm not going to work today. And
my daughter was like, here you go.
Right. Well, we got it back the next day and I've been riding ever since. Yeah. So things happen, folks. Life will throw curveballs. You got to know how to knock that bad boy out the park. You hear me? Don't worry about it. But thank you for the love, Jude.
Yes,
we appreciate
it a lot.
Glenn, there you go. He says, this comment is super late, but the car was diagnosed with a bad VTC gear, but I'm sorry if I worded it wrong.
Okay.
Only got so many characters. Thank you for y'all's time and integrity.
Well,
Smiley
man,
face.
My pleasure. Now we're talking. If you just replace that VTEC solenoid, it's not gonna work. If that gear is leaking down or making clattering noises, or you can hear it in the morning, yeah, you're gonna have to replace that gear. And along with the timing chain components, I wouldn't just go in and replace that one cam gear. I would replace the whole phaser along with the timing components if you're in there. And yes, I'm pretty sure you're freaked out by the price. That's going to be about normal. Whatever you're seeing, it's going to be in the thousands, unfortunately. Is the car worth fixing? Yes, because it's a Honda. You're not going to get no better than that with this newer stuff out here. They're playing with you guys, and you guys are the guinea pigs, and they just, let's see how far we can go with building crap. In my opinion, may not be the case.
Seems like that's everybody these days. All right. Thank you, Glenn. Jeremy Griggs, thank you for the super chat. He says, I have an 05 Cadillac CTS, anti-theft went off, new battery on the car, and fob. How do I bypass it? It won't start.
You probably have to get a key specialist out there to bypass it for you, or if you have like software like HP tuners, you can disable the anti-theft system altogether. But investing in that software just for that one thing is a waste of money. You also can go on eBay and order a computer with the VAT system disabled. That's another way around it. That probably costs you about $200-300. The key guy may be a little bit cheaper. Yeah.
All right.
But if it's something wrong with it, yeah, I think the computer definitely would be the way to go.
Precious on purpose. Thank you for the super chat,
Thank
but
you,
I don't see a
Precious.
question, so I don't know if it's just a tip or.
I appreciate that.
We'll be around if I come across a
Y'all the
question for
bomb.
you. Thank you so much. All right, let me go on back on up here to Wicked Kennels. Bro, I have a 2017 Dodge Durango, keeps overheating. Burp the system manually. It doesn't have a bleeder screw for coolant. What's the best advice to fixing it?
If you have that Pentastar, you might have a stopped up thermostat. I will take that thermostat out and then retest. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is unhook the top radiator hose, take out the 210s, pull the thermostat off. It's going to be a little plastic housing. Just flip it over, push down, twist, remove the thermostat. Put it back together. If it don't overheat after that, your thermostat is bad. That's the best way to test for a DIY person. If you don't have fancy tools like thermal guns, or if you don't feel comfortable with touching the hoses while the vehicle is very hot, we don't recommend doing that. My hands are very thick, so I wouldn't suggest that, because I'm like, oh yeah, I touch hot hoses all the time. It don't feel that hot to me. And one of you guys go out there, I burnt the mess out of myself because you said I could touch hot hoses. Yeah, don't do what I do every time, because yeah, my hands are very thick from just over years of touching hot stuff and working with them. So yeah, I can touch almost 200-degree hoses and be like,
well, Wicked Kennels, if it is indeed that thermostat, you want to go OEM on that part.
But do that first. But yeah, my hands are so thick, I could take out a spark plug and just sit here at the car been running and just got off the highway. I can just sit there and hold it. And I be playing with my guys. I'd be like, here, hold this for a second. And they'd be like, ah! And they be freaking out. That jump funny.
Not funny. Not funny. That's why when you hand me stuff, I be like, nah, I'm good. Don't give me that.
I'll be like, yeah, here, hold this. I'm holding it just fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Nope, I'm good. R.C. Smith in the house. He says, hi, Alex and Mrs.
Hey, I have what's happening?
06 Cadillac STS.
Cadillac night.
I'm telling you, the Lacks are in the house tonight. Says with Lucy start button. It's been sitting for a couple of years, and I want to turn the engine over without it starting.
Okay.
Is there an easy way to do this?
Yes. You can remove your fuel pump. Remove your fuel pump fuse or your relay. Find it and remove it. That's the easiest way. Most cars have a flood mode, where if you push down the accelerator past 80%, it will go into flood mode and the car will not start. It will disable the starting system. But some cars don't have a flood mode, and it'll fire right up and you're flooring on it and it go to revving. So I say the best way is to just remove the fuel relay. If you can find the crank sensor, you can unplug that. That's another real good way of disabling the start system. Some vehicles are very hard to find, get to the crank sensor. So that's why I didn't say that first. Hopefully that helped. I would do a combination of removing the fuse and trying the pedal method.
All righty. Jose Mendoza says 2002 Jeep Liberty, getting ready to install a remanufactured engine. Any advice on priming the engine prior to the initial start?
Yes, that question follows with the gentleman question I just answered about the Cadillac. Just remove the fuel pump fuse and crank it over for about 10 to 15 seconds. And just to double check, which cranking over 10-15 seconds, plenty of oil done circulated through the engine by then, but better safe than sorry. Let the starter cool down for about 30 seconds and just do it again. Put the fuel pump fuse back in, crank her up.
Good investment. Them Jeep Liberties can go forever.
Them 3.7s, old ones are good. The only problem I've seen with those is the little rocker come off and destroy the engine. That's probably what happened to his.
All right. Jeremy Griggs, thank you for the super chat. He said, what's his called? I'll buy one on eBay. The key guy wants $400.
Ooh. You could just look up, type in your year, make, and model. Thanks for the super chat, Jeremy. I appreciate that, buddy. type in what year he said that
Oh,
thing.
you know what I'm about to say? He said a Cadillac STS. Let me go back over there and grab it.
I
Let's
think it
see.
was a Cadillac.
Let me see. He ain't that far up. Let's see.
So
Jeremy.
06, 05, something.
Jeremy,
I think it was a
where
06.
you go?
Yeah, where did he go?
You know how you looking for something and you can't find it?
Thought I seen it.
Judith, and then Glenn, and then Wicked Kennels, and then. Huh. Maybe he asked in the super chats earlier.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, we're trying to see what year, make, and model you had so Alex can find it. Yeah. 05 Cadillac is CTS anti-theft system.
05 CTS. PCM. Alright. Let's do.
He looking up on eBay so you'll know what to look for, Jeremy. VATS delete system.
Yeah, here we go. That's 05, 04 Cadillac CTS. Yeah, so you can just type in. Okay, so this is a similar computer to yours, and plus you can call these companies. You can reach out to them. The thing I like most about eBay is they are all competing. Like, they will not do you wrong, because the last thing as a company with 100 other competitors, the last thing they want is a bad review or you say something bad about them. That's why when they send you the product, they say, if anything is wrong, please contact us first before writing a review. So eBay is very safe in my opinion. But basically what you want to do, and I know I spelled delete wrong, but yeah, I spelled delete backwards. But anywho, I put in 05 CTA. Oh, you can't even see. Dang, where you at?
I mean, come on, babe. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm tripping. And this thing ain't. I put in 05 CTS PCM VATS delete. And I found one 370. And some for that's for what you call it. But you can just scroll down and you can.
For 371, you might well get the key guy to come out.
But what if it's something else wrong? He may have an issue. Get the key guy to come out there, and now the key guy is telling me he need to replace that receiver ring inside the ignition cylinder, and that's going to cost even more money. It's not guaranteed it's just going to be that flat $400 until the tech get out there, and it may be worse. And he may come out cheaper than just get another computer with the VATS deleted. He may come out and be like, hey, your computer is not responding. You need a computer. Like, dang, I should have did this before. Now you have to pay the guy's service fee from coming out. Now he's even more money in. I say play it safe. Go to eBay, type that in, and just scroll and contact some of those companies.
All right. Rodolfo, Galicia says, I have a question, Mr. Alex. Is it normal for the PCV hose to have oil in it?
Yes. Sometimes, excuse me. Sometimes the positive crankcase ventilation hose will pull in oil. Oil is being pulled through from that hose because it's the positive side. It's not the low pressure side. And so it's vacuum on that at all times. And sometimes you just get a splash of oil. That's completely normal. Or sometimes you have a bad PCV valve. If it's stuck open or not completely sealing, because it's the job of the PCV valve to separate that oil from the actual vapors from the crankcase. But no system works perfectly. Ultimately, you'll still get some oil that blow by a little bit.
All righty. Precious on purpose. I see your second super chat, and I don't see your question. So listen, if you're still on here, do me a favor. Just drop your question down in the regular chat, and I'll go down and grab it. I'm gonna take the next question and just go and give you time to do it, and then I'll go down and grab it, so you won't have to keep on. I'm sure you I appreciate your tip, but I know you're probably trying to get a question up there. So I'll be fair and go down there and get that. Meanwhile, I'll take Moses' question. Moses Martinez says, hello all. I have a 2013 Buick LaCrosse 3.6 V6. My service brake assist comes on occasionally and sometimes goes into limp mode. I had to disconnect the battery and it drives fine. What do you think?
Ooh, that would have to be diagnosed because the service brake assist is normally tied in with the ABS system. You could have a bad ABS module, which I see on the regular basis with that particular vehicle. You have sensor issues. You could have bad wiring. That kind of issue can go deep. And off the top of my head, I just don't have an answer for you without hooking a scan tool up to the vehicle and pulling the codes to lead me to the defective area. And then I have to run tests. But yeah, you have to get that diagnosed.
All right. The Vic 7 says, wait a minute, is that for Michael Vick, number 7, Atlanta Falcons?
Gotta be.
All right, he says, hey, Alex, my parents have a 2018 Jeep Compass Sport with the 6-speed automatic between 20 to 40 miles per hour. It has a low-pitch whine. Transfluent was replaced, no change. I'm thinking belt tensioner or PTU.
I'm not familiar with the PTU term, the acronym for PTU. What comes to mind is the
Google
PTU on a like a tow truck or something. That's just what comes to mind. But I'm pretty sure it stands for something else. A low pitch whine. Those compasses, I think, have CVT.
Transfer case? I knew that's what it was.
But
it's a transfer case and PTU assembly.
Oh, okay. That's what they call the
power transfer unit.
They don't call it a transfer case. They call it a power transfer unit. Yeah, because I guess it's
doctor,
not.
Get with the
I guess
times.
it's not a real 4x4 setup. That's gonna be a hard one to go off the top of my head without seeing it for myself, of course. Those Jeeps have a lot of issues
because we did one. Didn't we do a PTU transfer case on the Jeep?
Well, yeah, we did. Yeah, we sure did. Mm-hmm. They do have issues. Mm-hmm. We have changed some out. Other customers of mine's, actually, he comments all the time. He's one of our good customers. What is his name with the Jaguar?
Chris?
No,
Simmons?
No. He got his wife that electric Subaru.
I have no clue.
He got the Jeep Compass.
Not ringing a bell for me, but I do know a customer that had a whining noise in his Jeep, and we had to get it remanufactured from the dealership. Guess what? Put it in there, and it still whined.
Oh, I remember that.
So he said to go to the dealership for the second warranty because they didn't want an independent shop doing
I remember that junk.
He was so mad at us, and I'm like, sir, I didn't remanufacture this.
And it looked horrible. Like, looking at the stuff, it had play in it. I was like, they didn't even rebuild this stuff. They painted it and put it on the shelf and called it a day. But yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, definitely look into that PTU if you can. I mean, do the old Alex the car doctor and get a stethoscope. Get somebody in there and do it.
But it's going to be hard because that thing all-wheel drive, and it acts up when you take all four-wheel drive, all four wheels off the ground. It just completely acts stupid, even with traction control off. These new vehicles does not like to be spun up in the air.
PTU, check that because I know that's a common issue.
Take a fluid sample if you can of the transfer case. I'm gonna call it. Talking about it transfers power to the rear wheels. Yeah, lost connection.
Okay, there we go. Because what happened to it? All right, let me go to the next one. If it let me.
I think you're on that one already.
No, I'm not. I'm on here.
We've been kicked.
The technology is not technology, guys.
Dang.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, it's back.
Internet, stop tripping. All right, let me go back up where I was at.
We supposed to get that question, Precious.
I got you. Oh, let me look for you, Precious. Hold on.
I got you. There she go.
There you go, Precious one. On
question
Precious on
two.
purpose. She said she got one question in 2 different spots.
Okay.
But where is it?
What's the question?
Oh, there she go.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. Precious on purpose says, I'm asking about a diagnostic somewhere else. So when I got to BMW, it's a confirmation of what's needed, nothing extra. Wait a minute. Okay, there she go. There she go. It says, I have a delay when giving my BMW 328X drive gas. So when she presses acceleration, it hesitates. I'm thinking transmission or rear drive shaft. I was told. I have a warranty. I was told to take it to BMW because CarMax is having issues. Should I diagnose it first?
If you take it to BMW, they're gonna want to do their own diagnostics, so you
Mhm.
need to take it there first. It's no sense of you looking into it or taking it to a specialty shop, because whoever is going to do the claim, they actually need to look at it for themselves.
Right. She's asking about a diagnostic somewhere else, so when she go to BMW, it's a confirmation of what needed.
Oh, I got
Nothing
you.
extra.
Well, it is the repair facility responsibility. If they diagnose it and the problem is not fixed, they need to make that right with you. Getting 2 different diagnostics can sometimes be very tricky. One person may say this, the other person may say this, and you're stuck in the middle like, oh, dang, who do I believe? I get that a lot. It's like having your house inspected. One person may find these problems, then the next person may find a whole nother set of problems, and the 2 may not match. So you may put yourself in a confusion there. I will just take it to a good BMW dealership that has very good ratings. You want to check the ratings, check their reviews, do your research on that particular company, that dealership meaning, and go from there. If deal with whoever is going to be your final stop. And if the problem is not fixed, I've heard stories of where they will make it right on certain occasions. If they don't, well, I'd be happy to put them on blast for you. So you just keep me posted on the matter.
For sure.
Because this one particular lady with her Honda, they I think they broke something and ended up having to replace her engine and gave her a bad engine, and they didn't want to make it right. Took it to me. I put their butt on blast. They wrote her up, but they wrote an apology letter or something, reached out to it and replaced it again, and actually did a really good job the second time.
Good. Yeah. See, we don't put people on blast for fun.
Yeah.
It's to get results, people. Yeah. Okay.
So that's my advice.
Austin Salway says, are you guys prepared for Mason to leave the shop? Hope you guys are doing good. God bless you and your family.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
his last
no
day
big
was
deal.
Friday, and I missed it because I didn't get to hug him. But we'll see him again.
It's it's not like, oh, we're gonna crash and burn without him.
Yeah.
We just like him as a person.
Yeah.
He still had a lot of learning to do.
Mhm.
Did I still have to hold his hand sometimes? Yes, that's to be expected. He is young.
Mhm.
But he shows promise.
This was
it's coming on the next video.
This
but
was
Clown
his
of the
first
Week
professional gig.
Mhm.
And he reminds me, and I was gonna say this on the video tomorrow, he reminds me so much of Alex at that age. I think he's 19.
He had what it takes.
He got what it takes. Some people have it, some people don't. He got it.
And he'd done it his whole life. Prior to me hiring, I always interview, and I'm gonna save it for the video tomorrow.
Basically, he's worked with his grandpa.
Yeah, he used to do cars with his grandpa.
For our pace, that's all he got to work on.
Yeah, wasn't. He needed to work on focusing. Yeah, and we was working. We was getting there.
Yeah, and much love.
Great technician.
We ain't saying nothing here that we haven't said to him. First of all, second of all, I think it's good that he's flying the coupe so that he can go out and get even more experience.
And Fleet Work would do that for him.
Sure.
They'd give him great experience. A self of motivation. Hey, got to get this done.
Yeah.
Maybe something he can get from me that he can get from there.
Experience.
Yeah.
Experience is the best teacher.
And and it's closer to his house. I always felt bad for Mason. He always had to drive an hour to work every day, and sometimes traffic,
Yeah.
that push it up to an hour and a half. It's just
It's a lot.
killing him.
If you watch the videos, y'all know I used to call his Honda Thug Life because it got shot up, but it's that Honda made it.
Honda was amazing, boy.
He's in a Passat now.
Oh yeah, he got bougie up. He got himself a house, a Passat, VW.
Yeah. Man, shout out to you, May if you're watching. But we love Mason. One thing I've learned about this business, people come and they go. We had a guy, I miss him all the time. I still talk to his mother. I be like, please send him back. Yeah. He wanted to be a mechanic until he came and worked for us for a year or two, and he decided like this ain't what I want to do with my life, and we respect that. So it's never. Fine. And I will say this: no one who has ever worked for us has quit and burnt the bridge. Everybody Dominic will still come to the shop sometimes.
One person burnt the bridge by lying to the dang on folks. He
Except
don't work there no more. I'm like, what? You trying to get me messed up, bro? This is the government you talking about.
One person, but other than that, like we're still good friends with people, because we love people. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna let you get over.
We treat everybody like family.
But we love people. So if you can look back in your story and say you got your start from Alex, a car doctor, that's enough for us to say, man, I remember when you started, whatever. So,
but I see him doing great things.
He's gonna be successful. So,
brilliant young man.
On some Saturdays, maybe he'll be at the shop, and I'll be sure to turn that camera on. Barber's Auto Help says that's great advice. I think it's becoming more for the masses. Yeah, it is. When we used to make videos like yours, we didn't get any views until we broadened. Because you got to think, like me, I don't know nothing about plumbing. But if my toilet's messed up, guess what? I'm going to go find a YouTube video. I'm going to skip to the part that I need. And then I'm never going to visit that channel again. And so sometimes when you make auto repair videos for specific make and models, the person that owned that car is just going to come, get what they need, and probably never come back. Versus a wide range of auto repair.
That's how it is with me, though. Some of the people I follow, one of my favorite is Cletus. I love Cletus McFarland because he's doing what I want to do, so I can relate to him. I'm just not financially there yet, and
one day,
make
me like Mrs. McFarland. Okay,
man, that man living the life. Yeah, shout out to you, Cletus.
Yeah. Cletus. And you know who else we love, just since we talking about YouTubers? Rain Man Ray.
Yes, he's a very good
online mechanic tips. Fluffy Mexicanic. It's one of my personal favorites.
Very good guys.
And can't forget about Todd the Car Guy. Yep. It can be a community. It's not, in my eyes, I don't know about them, it's not any competition. I watch other people's videos just to see like, I like the way they did that, or how can I incorporate that, or whatever. And I also give free game because we don't gatekeep. If you want to get your channel up, just ask. I'll tell you exactly what to do. Shout out to the pull-up king, Malik. He's actually taking my advice, and I hope to see his channel blow up very quickly. But
he have a real good story to tell, and I think you need to get more personal.
Like, you mobile mechanicing in the streets of Atlanta.
That's the best.
Go do that, man. We support everybody. So, Barbara, I will be watching your channel
for sure
and seeing stuff, and Alex gonna comment, right?
Yes.
All right. Mike J. Womack, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey y'all, what other issues should I look out for with the Buick LaCrosse? I have a 2011 3.6 cylinder. I just want to be ready just in case.
Okay.
Very good.
First of all, that engine is really good in that car. It's not good in the Traverse because I believe it takes on a lot of stress pulling around that extra weight. But in the LaCrosse, the Impala, and I think that's what else is. But anywho, the downfall of that engine is the timing chain. Set, it is going to give you issues. That's just a design flaw. That engine is. I normally see that one go out between 160 to 200, and you just have to replace the timing chain. Now it is a lot easier to replace the timing chain in that LaCrosse versus the Traverse. There's no room in the Traverse, but
Mm-hmm.
you have plenty of room to do it in that LaCrosse. But yeah, that's it. The transmissions, they hold up pretty good. You're going to want to do a fuel induction service because I do believe that one is direct injected. Any direct injected vehicle, you want to make sure you're using good quality oil and make sure you're doing your fuel induction service. You want to do fuel induction service on any vehicle, but it's very important with direct injected vehicles.
All right. Well, good job. I'm happy to hear the mindset of a consumer. They want to do preventive maintenance and know what to look out for. Because it's not a question of if the car break down, it's when that bad boy break down. Okay.
And when you do get up in mileage, just go ahead and start changing out failure point stuff. Just to add to what I already said. Your failure items are going to be starters and your alternators. So if you're riding around on that original alternator or don't have no history in it of it, and you're up there mileage, just go ahead and change it out because you just never know when that stuff is going to give out on you. And 9 times out of 10, it always gives out at the wrong time, whether you just had a birthday party for your kid and you done cashed out on tickets or whatever the case may be, life, and you're like, dang, this happened at the wrong time. So be proactive and get that stuff fixed before it goes out, because that's just wear items, water pumps, starters, and alternators.
All right, cool. All right, now I was checking the whereabouts of my teenage daughter. So if y'all
She
see
back?
me, no, I didn't look at it. All right, yeah, but let's go. Washington football fan.
Oh, I like that name.
I guess. I mean, how about those Falcons? You know, I'm gonna say that every time.
Washington D.C.
I'm this close to buying tickets to go see the Falcons play. I don't know if I completely forgive them
I'm a Washington fan.
Whatever. Thank you for the super chat,
Thank
dear.
you. I appreciate
He
that.
says, I want to take Car Doctor's advice and convert my 2000 VW Jetta TDI to a pickup.
Nice. When did I say that?
It's been sitting since 2018. I think the immobilizer was bad. Can I tow it to the Car Doctor?
Yes, I will definitely look at that for you.
What, you gonna convert it to a
No,
pickup?
I'm not converting it to a pickup truck. I have a guy that may do that for you. No, I talked to him, but they make everything for it. Oh, and it looks so good too. Ooh, that's the only reason I'm kind of holding on to my MK4, because I would so do that to it.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
buy another one in the future because my wife trying to get me to junk it.
It's in the way. Ra says, is it better to buy used cars 2008 to 2015 or finance / lease a brand new car if the used car is decent mechanically? Oh, that's such a loaded question.
Yeah, that is a loaded question. The year range really doesn't matter because it depends on which vehicle you get. Each and every make and model had their bad years, so you just have to do your research on which car is more reliable than the other. So between 2008 and 15, that doesn't mean anything because you can still get good cars in 16 through 24 or 25. We almost here. So that's really not something to focus in on. You should get what's reliable for that particular year range, because you will have a vehicle that's running. Take the Savannah van. That's the longest running, or Express van. That's the longest running body style ever. And for the most part, they're pretty good. But just for example, you may the Express van, and nothing's changed body wise, but throughout the years, they may change the engine or tweak the engine a little bit. So for example purposes, from 2000 to 2010, they was excellent. But from 2011 through 15, they had major engine issues. Not the case with the Savannah or Express van, but just for an example, looking at consumer reports like I always do, you can look at the reliability of a certain vehicle until it hits a certain year and it dips down, then they'll fix it for the previous years, and it'll go back up in reliability. So I will get with Consumer Reports, narrow down what you need the vehicle for, because every vehicle have a sole purpose. You want to just go out and get a Wrangler. Well, it's a bad example because you got people that don't use a Wrangler for what it's meant to be used for. But you want to go out and get a Wrangler just if you're gonna go to the grocery store and, as a commuter truck.
People do that all the time.
But people do it all the time to look good. But most people, like myself, we buy a vehicle because we're using it for a sole purpose. And that's what vehicles are actually meant for, a sole purpose. So yeah. Most people buy SUVs, for example, because they're easier to get in and out, because
you got a lot of kids.
Or they got a lot of kids or need the space.
I sold an SUV to a lady 2 hours away.
Yeah, that was funny.
Because she wanted room for her dogs to ride with.
This is a big truck. Why do you need?
She had 2 big dogs she had to put back there. So
I know that was a mouthful, but I just wanted to give you all the knowledge.
Say, I don't know. I know I asked for a new car in the latest video, but I'm probably going to ride my car till I can't ride it no more, honestly. I just don't see myself. I mean, his channel has to be doing real, real good. And that's when you might see me in the Audi A7, right?
You don't even make A7s no more.
Diesel. Go give me the one they made.
Okay.
You feel me? Barb, thank you for commenting. She said, I learned a lot from watching your channel about car maintenance, and I have zero interest in making auto repairs, but I did change my cabin and air filter. Go ahead, Barb.
You the bomb.
See, and Barbara, if you're still on here, this is what I'm talking about. You got to think about who your viewers are or who you want them to be. And we get a lot of comments that say, oh, well, we want to see more tutorials. You're not our target market. Because you got people that don't care nothing about that. They just watch it for the entertainment.
And we're going to start doing, but
I ain't promising no promises. Right now, we're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
Thank you, Barb. Nick's Mobile Mechanics. I love Mobile Mechanics. Says, yo, what's up, my good people?
What's happening?
Busy day today for repairs. Did 3.6 oil coolers today.
Golly, good day.
Hope you guys had a good day.
Oh, yeah, we had a real good day. I like, yesterday was... The day was my relaxed day. My wife can't stand when I relax. She be trying, oh, you're not connected.
See, I wasn't going to say anything because, see what I'm saying? But
I be trying to decompress.
I understand all that. But see, I wasn't even finna say nothing. But then you want to say something. So now I got to say something.
Yesterday, we went to, where we went yesterday?
I have no problem with him decompressing. Now, y'all finna agree with me on this.
No, they're not.
This was the first night we did not have a 3-year-old toddler between us.
In my mind,
what he supposed to do?
Listen,
he supposed to handle this, right? He supposed to get up on this, right?
Listen, our 3-year-old is so like glued to us. In my mind, she was in between us,
but she wasn't. She was at her grandmother's house. That was the time,
just
right there.
Just like we imprint on kids, she done imprint on my mind. She just hip attached to me. Seriously, though. I thought she was.
That's all I said. I was just like, yo, like, we don't have a toddler. Like, hello. He was like, I'm watching Cletus McFarland.
No, I did not say that.
Basically.
No, I was learning about something else.
Body language. See, I wouldn't even go say nothing, but you want to say, you want to say something. Anyway, we had a nice weekend.
Yes. But the experience thing we went to, it was so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I got to go next year.
Yeah, we are, we had a pretty busy and fun-filled weekend, but it was our first weekend with no toddler. The older kids, they mind their own business, so it was our time.
Yeah, it was.
Now the baby is back, and that time is gone. Next question. Let me see who. I'm going to grab this one. I know I got some super chats up there. I'm coming. Ben, last name. Hey, thank you, Alex. You helped me fix a $500 Dodge Charger with a bad water pump. You the man.
Nice. Which I guess. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's what the channel is for.
Glad I was able to help.
Back to it. My previous comment. Zeroing in on when I hit record every morning. It's like, okay, it's one thing to record what we're doing, but what can be learned? I'm always looking for what we can share in that video. You know what I'm saying, y'all? All right, Zuri Elise says, first of all, thank you for the super chat.
I appreciate that.
I have a 2007 JKU. You know what that is?
Jeep.
I don't know no JKU.
I know a JK, but the U threw me off.
Okay, 275,000 miles and riding strong. But I'm going to swap the engine as oil leaks have set in. Heard that Dodge Caravans are used, but wonder if it's worth it. Reman will be later on.
Just a Jeep.
Oh, it's a Jeep. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh, what's that?
The U threw me off. I follow the Jeep trend, but not as deep as a person who has a Wrangler.
So they're saying they got 275,000 miles, and oil leaks done started.
I
reman or use?
I would go reman because I would definitely. What year is the Jeep? 07? I think that Jeep had a really good drivetrain. They had some good drivetrain choices back in 07. I think they had a 3.8.
If that's the case, I would go use.
Yeah, that drivetrain is solid. I think that's the only drivetrain for that year is the 3.8. That's all I'm seeing. That's one of the really good
the
Chrysler
Dodge Caravans. Can they get a Dodge Caravan 3.8?
No, because that engine is a rear-wheel drive variant, and the Dodge Caravan is a front-wheel drive variant. And the difference is going to be like motor mount placement on the block. The motor mount may not line up with the front-wheel drive variant. Normally, that's the case. You have to do your research, but normally, you can't convert a front-wheel drive to a rear-wheel drive without major altercations, or bracket making. Anything can be done before you want to get into it. That's the question. Normally, people are just looking for direct slapping it. Now, these engines, they definitely will go the distance, the 3.8s. But if you have oil leaks out the wazoo, if you're going to take it out, you might as well either get it rebuilt, which a lot of people don't do these days, or if they do them, I wouldn't trust them to do it right. Because if you just reseal the engine and put a tired engine back in, so you're doing the right thing. You're going to give it attention, just go ahead and replace it. You got your money's worth. She tired, boss. She tired. So, I would go reman. And call it a day. Sometimes with the remans, you get a little extra surprise. They'll bore over the cylinders slightly, and it kind of increase the power a little bit. You won't notice, but still, it's kind of cool to have.
Okay. Shout out to you, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, them Wranglers, they don't make them like that.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore.
But our daughter wants one. She's an aspiring firefighter. So what we told her, if she graduates the EMT school and the fire academy, we will gift her a I'm
getting her a used one.
Going to the dealership.
No.
Watch, and I'm gonna film it. Joshua Ricks says howdy.
Joshua in the house.
See, look, we do disagree all the time. It's just,
Man, getting her 20 or same year as that one.
It's the same price. We went over this.
No, it's not.
They hold their value.
No, that one is like 10,
You're not
15.
Gonna find those.
Yes, I will.
As Dowdy said, I will. I think she's referring to let me borrow her new car, whatever she get. Let me ride that one time. Sherrod Ford says, what's up, man? Would love to work for you if I wasn't in Arizona. Oh man, we need you. We love you. We want you. All right. I'm in the right now I'm preparing a great pay plan to attract the right tech. You know what I'm saying? It's one like we don't have a problem with pay. Okay. I don't care. If you want to make $40 an hour, come on down. As long as you can actually diagnose and do the work.
And you can't pour no wool over my eyes.
So
we can't fake it in front of me. So you say you can do it, I'm gonna put you to the test and ask you weird questions along the way.
Yeah, Alex,
I will mess with you. I mess with people on purpose. Especially if you're trying to work for me. I'm gonna ask you some weird off the wall questions. If you answer them wrong, I'm like, you should know that you're supposedly a technician,
He stayed testing his text and making them think. Joshua Ricks.
Think hard.
I ain't seen that. I know he just said howdy, but I just dawned on me. We haven't seen Josh in a while. Says I is a '09 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.77 a good engine.
I think they got the kinks worked out with the valve dropping issues for that year. I know around 07, 05, somewhere up in there, they like to drop valve seats. When that happens, destroys the engine.
What about lifters? Are we looking at a lifter problem in that generation?
Yeah, I think MDS, they call theirs MDS, multi-displacement system. Basically a DOD, displacement on demand. Yeah, that came out around that year. I think displacement on demand of Chrysler came out in 08, something like that. But it's good if you got good records for that engine. It's always hard to tell if a used vehicle is going to be good or not until you get it checked out professionally or have a crap ton of service records with it. We have a van out there that we saved from the crusher, and it came with a massive amount of service records. And I'm approaching 250,000 miles. And I beat the crap out of it and don't love it. It's my commuter van.
Still be riding
it
though.
Still kicks. Yeah. The motor mounts, the bushings are shot. They make funny noise, and my wife can't stand that van, but it's so comfortable and it rides so good.
I don't want to ride
it. It's so convenient. I just hit my remote start. See, I'm not used to fancy stuff, people. Hey, hit my remote start. Slide the doors open. So,
all right,
that's why I like it.
Box of Chocolates. That's a great movie. That doggone Forrest Gump. Says, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor, how do you guys stay so positive?
Every day you wake up, it's always a good day. And anytime we get down, we always think, my Uncle Tommy showed me a picture. We was over there in New York. Like, what's up with this guy on the wall? He like, this guy reminds me of it's someone always in the world doing worse than you are. So if you ever get down, be like, man, sometimes you just have to be thankful. I'm like, someone is not eating today, or someone can't get out of bed today because of something tragic, or they paralyzed waist down, or have some kind of mental illness.
Never that serious, really. Unless I'm lowering somebody in the ground, nothing is that serious. And for me, a lot of people, if you follow us, you know the story, so I won't get into it. But
and plus, I got my family.
I was in the middle of the
sentence. Sorry.
I was.
I thought you were finished. I got
you got family. You know what? You got nice eyes and a pretty smile, so I let you get away with a whole lot. Anyway, the man dropped dead on me, and I had to resuscitate him. And ever since then,
I got 8 more lives left. I'm fine.
Nothing is that serious. Every day I wake up, my husband and my 5 kids are well. I know where they are. I'm not waking up to no tragedy. I'm not burying them. My parents are okay. So nothing is really that serious. And if something that serious actually happens, then that's when you connect with your maker and to help and see you through. So,
and that's it.
Long as you can take a deep breath, smile, baby. Smile. That credit gonna be all right. You can get that back.
If
your car got repo, you can
fine. That car was probably hurting you anyway.
Okay.
If it's killing you, learned this a long time ago.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let that house go. It ain't the end of the world.
You can get it back.
Tell come get this car, man. I can't afford it. Let it go. Don't keep up with the Joneses.
You get your credit back.
Yeah, it ain't the end of the world.
Nothing that serious, man.
Go get your downsize. There's nothing wrong with the downsize.
So that's why we be positive. We got problems like everybody else. Hey, I have to come up with $30K just to run that shop every month alone. Okay. Yeah. So we have problems, but it's like, man, I got you and you got me and we got the kids and we're able to still make memories and smile, and it's not that serious, That's how.
Yeah. In a nutshell.
Yeah. Alex, no, you're not Alex the car doctor.
Look, he the new Alex the car doctor. This is the man.
Y'all ask Alex from now on. Alex, first of all, I love your name.
Yes.
Second of
Awesome
all,
name.
thank you for the super chat.
I appreciate that.
So let's see what you got. It says, I have a 2020 Chrysler Pacifica.
Put some miles on that baby.
With 208,000 miles.
That Pentastar been going the distance.
I noticed a VVT solenoid leaking. Which aftermarket brand should I go with? Or should I go Mopar?
I would go Mopar on that little. It's weird. I guess you can call it a solenoid, but I know what you're talking about. They get on the front of the valve cover, right below it. I would go. I would try to seal it first of all. They do sell seals for that VVT solenoid, so try to change that out first before you replace it. I don't see too many leaking from the actual solenoid themselves. Normally it's going to be that O-ring that sits right behind it. I'm not saying this is your case. I mean, every case is different, but I'm not there with your vehicle to properly look at it and give my judgment. But I will try to reseal it first.
Okay.
Because I would just go in with the whole new valve cover set. If you haven't did the valve covers, right now probably be the perfect time. And the valve covers actually come with those VVT O-rings.
I will say this: the Pacificas, they pretty decent. They've been pretty decent for a little while.
That's a Caravan. That's all. But I'm just
saying, like those 07s, I flip them like I don't know what back then.
This Pacifica is nothing like the Pacifica back in the day.
But
they basically took the Chrysler Town and Country and the Dodge Caravan and slapped the Pacifica name badge on it.
Yeah, but 208,000 miles for much crap as people talk about Chrysler. Here we are. It ain't no Toyota, and he still got 208.
Yeah.
Just saying. Zuri Elise. Thank you for the super chat. Says, thanks, y'all. Did a ton of research on the 07 when choosing. No complaints. Reman it is. Guess I got to work for the money.
It'll be worth it. And
Texas.
It's worth keeping your Jeep.
Work hard for the money. You know what? Y'all want to hear a funny story right quick? We was on a cruise. And we was just sitting by the
awful story.
We was sitting by the pool, and that song was playing. She work hard for the money. And there was people was out there just scrubbing like the pool. And I was like, this is ironic. This song is playing and they just scrubbing away.
Well, they probably did that junk on purpose.
Working hard for the money, baby. Don't we all do? Don't we all do?
They didn't have to play that song while they out there scrubbing.
They can't control what's on the radio, right? I guess. All right, Sharola, what you talking about? I said, what's up, y'all? Hope your weekend and Halloween was good.
Very good.
It was fine, And then these days, I done got kind of lazy. I don't be feeling like trick-or-treating, so I just bought them a whole bunch of candy, and we gave out some. We only had one trick-or-treater.
And we didn't have no candy because
and she was all bright, and I was like, I was waiting on Alex. I'm sorry, I don't have any candy. So
we're gonna be more prepared next year.
We pop popcorn, and we're gonna do something different next year. All right, Jeremy Griggs. I'm a truck driver. Oh yeah, he did a super chat on that one. King OZ says, is it better to work for a shop or do it out of your own backyard garage?
That's a hard question because I started off in my own backyard garage. The problem I had with that was if you get serious with it, your property is going to start looking like a junkyard. Then you're going to attract neighbors that keeps calling the code enforcement on you. Mm-hmm. That's the problem I had. Not saying that'll be your problem because who knows?
You might got land.
Yeah. Of course, it'll keep overhead down. But then when problems arise, you don't want that drama at your house because problems will arise.
Mm-hmm. Folks know where you stay.
Yeah, folks know where you stay. And then that's everything have its cons and pros. And those was some of the cons for the backyard garage business. Sometimes you don't want to mix pleasure with business. I guess that's how you would say it. You don't want to.
I'm gonna say this. It depends on how far you want to go. If you want to just turn riches out your house, and it's only so far you can go with that.
Mm-hmm. You won't be able to grow.
Yeah, you won't be able to grow. One rule that I do have: my husband's cell phone, no business. I hated it when he was a mobile mechanic. I mean, I could never just get a sentence out without the phone ringing. Hello, Alex, the car doctor. Hello, Alex, car doctor. So now that we have the shop, we have a good work-life balance.
Yes, very good.
Everybody know my Sunday is off limits. My man is at home with his wife and kids. Saturday, he goes to the shop sometimes to catch up on things or work on the for sale cars. We are headed into a season where I need to be buying a lot of flip cars from the auction.
Well, we have a lot. We have a lot of abandoned cars, and we just need to get the titles.
I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it's time to shop. So
you know, titles.
It depends on your life and what you want it to look and feel like, honey. Okay, if you got kids and you want your children to be there, folks will start popping up at your house.
Yeah, it's gonna get weird.
Knocking on your door, and I don't like that. So we need a shop. Like, I need it to be separate. I don't need this phone to ring. I need us to be present, paying attention to the kids. We got 5 of them. Everybody want to show us something all the time, and it's not, you know what I mean. Like, I'm really big on work-life balance. Like, that stuff, it's got to stay at the shop, you know. And that's why I'm trying to really get him to junk his last little car so he can get out my front yard. But it just depends on what you want your life to look and feel like, King OZ. You know, if you want to just keep overhead low and make a little side money, do it out your backyard. But if you want that big boy money, go for the shop.
Simple.
Yeah, for sure. HO says, yo, my 12 RT Challenger overheats. And I changed my water pump and thermostat. Do I need to burp the cooling system?
Yes, you definitely need to burp the cooling system on that 570 Hemi. The best way I've found to burp the cooling system is just pretty simple. Keep topping the cooling off with the vehicle running. Wait till it kind of starts getting hot and start kind of bubbling a little bit. Turn it off, let it settle, crank it up, repeat the process. In a nutshell. I also made a video on it. It's one of my old videos.
Oh, for sure. We had the burping process. However, too, did you say this? I don't know if you said this. If you replace that thermostat,
5.7 Hemis didn't have an issue with that.
Oh, okay, just making sure.
It's the Pentastars.
All right, just making sure. All right. Lion Ray says, do inner tie rods on a 2017 Dodge Journey have lock tabs behind them, or can I just crack them loose?
With the lock tabs, I normally just grab the tool and just crack them loose. Even if they did, depending on what type of lock tabs. Normally, it's the folding ones, and with the folding ones, you can just boom, crack it loose with force, and they'll bend out the way. But normally, lock tabs don't give an issue. If you're not being lazy like me, you can just take a punch and just hammer it off of the little lip that it be attached to. That's normally the lock tabs you're going to see. It's normally not some type of fancy integrated special unlocking tool you need to unlock the tie rod ends. It's always simple.
All right. Box of chocolates. I like that.
Yeah.
It made me want to say it. It's back. He said, Mr. Car Doctor, what was your first job? You don't remember?
He says, oh, Mr. Car Doctor. I thought you talking about, yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. And I'm going to brag on my husband. Baby, I ain't had a job since I was 18 years old. And that was Lowe's. And I hated that job.
My first job that I did not like was building furniture. I worked at this.
But you was under 18.
I know.
Let's go as an adult.
Okay, yeah. Let's go as an adult. The adult is Midas, not Midas.
Nope.
Napa AccuCare.
On Old Net.
Yeah, on National. I hated that job.
You was an oil change guy, making $7.75 an hour.
And they was not nice. They always picked on me.
Yeah, they did.
I remember very vividly or vaguely.
Vivid.
Like it was yesterday. Because they kind of sold cars too. So I figured out this one car and I got it started. This is, and they were like, oh, you talk so much crap. Oh, you didn't get it started. You don't know what the hell you're doing pretty much. No, okay, I'm just going to undo what I did and walk away. Y'all deal with it.
Did you undo what you did?
Yeah, I did what I did. Or I didn't show them how to get it started. Something you had to do that was very weird. But I crunk it up. And I didn't show him because he talked so much trash. When they got the boss, and I forgot his name at the time.
Kevin Green?
Yep, that
That's all right. Look at you now.
I went and got him like, hey, I know what's wrong with the car. I got it running. And he talked so much trash. I just
don't know. Why be mean?
Got quiet and didn't say nothing. And but the next person, whoever bought the car, wrote a little note and stuck it in the car somewhere. Told him what was wrong with it. So I was always nice. But if you're gonna be an a-hole to me,
they used to call you Danielson too.
Yeah, they used to always mess with me.
Yeah, man. Quit that job though. On to the next thing. But I was with Alex when you were 17, and your first job was that Napa AccuCare. Yeah, for sure. Oil change, man. $7, babe. $7, man. All right, Brian Glenn. Good evening. The slogan for Toyota from the old days is "If you want it, you got it." Toyota. Why do I remember that?
I don't remember that one. Oh man.
All right, but listen, guys, I got to wrap it up because guess what? My phone about to die, and that's what we use to film this thing. It's on 5%, and I needs to go in the house. It's been an hour and a half, so I'm gonna end it on Gene because he's my favorite. ATL car doctors in the building.
That's what I'm talking
what about
about
the Falcons, Gene? Did you see them play today? Okay.
But as always, I love you. I will be back next Sunday. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get to all you guys' questions. I apologize, but trust me, I love you from the bottom of my heart, and it was great spending this night with you. Until next time, Alex Car Doctor out.
Alonzo said, "Fix my car." See you on the next one.
Which car?
Right there, Fix Boss Lady Car, Alex.
Oh.